the reason why the ex-royal known as Meghan Markle, former cable TV actress and sometimes the Duchess of Sussex, got royally dumped by this senior royal? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Nice to see you. I hope you're all keeping well on this wet and windy London day. I know you see what it's like. Yesterday we brought you beautiful sunshine, and today we're back to, well, sort of wintry weather, in fact. Not too bad actually, not too mild. What's it like in your part of the world right now? I know I always ask you this, but I'm fascinated. The thing is, wherever we are in the world, as I've said before, we complain about something, don't we? You don't tell me you don't. We're all the same. I went to the shop earlier today. They've run out of those sticks of Horlicks. They've gone up, by the way. You know what I mean by sticks? Those little sachets. Used to be 35 pence, 58 now. We'll have to be limiting that. I know. By this rate, we'll all start looking like Twiggy from the 60s, won't we? If we have to cut anything else out, what's going to be left for us to buy? I mean, don't get me going about the cost of living stuff. Oh, please, no, no, no. Back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day. Well, this story really kind of confused a lot of people at the time because, Meghan Markle likes to pride herself, at least in the public domain, of having quite a few close friends. We saw that really, didn't we? Where those close friends had never met her before. But on a serious note, she did claim that she had some very close friends, and quite a few turned up at the baby shower, albeit them all very well connected, as is the case may be with people like that. But what really alarmed people over here recently in the United Kingdom was, if you recall, it was stated that this particular royal, that's right, Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, was in fact so close she taught Meghan how to curtsy just ahead of meeting our wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. As you can imagine, this was kind of like the folklore story. Then we all found out, according to Sarah herself, that, well, no, she didn't know her that well. Met her, thought she was beautiful, all of that sort of gushing tribute, but truly didn't know her. This really resonated quite badly, as one can imagine, over here in the United Kingdom, and of course more so out in Montecito. But what was the real reason why Fergie decided to distance herself? Well, it's quite simple, really. If you see her book tour, of which she's been interviewed on numerous international United States stations around the world, publicising her book, obviously, she's even dragged in the Duke of York, Prince Philip, saying that you couldn't be asked silly questions or anything like that. He was a wonderful, wise man, but she was very clever enough to make sure that she said gushing things to a man that is truly admired around the world. But she saved her best platitudes for our late and wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, saying that she was like a second mother to her, and at this time of year they would be in the garden looking at various flowers. Now, I'm not being a cynic here, but Sarah's been in this game a long time. I like her, I admire her, but the bottom line is this: she knows exactly which way to play it. And as I've often said here on this show before, in the world of celebrity, and some might say you could even include Sarah now in that box, they're not sticking together if you're on the decline, and Harry and Meghan are on the decline. And obviously Sarah knows, by keeping away from that rather thorny problem, which is Meghan Markle, and the fact that she doesn't speak to her own father, the fact, of course, that she has litigation rumbling on around the world, it's not a good look when you're selling a book. It's as simple as that. So Sarah rather astutely decided to distance herself. But at what cost? According to a very good source, Meghan is, well, not just perplexed, but furious would be the better word, because she felt, given the fact that she has a close friendship with Sarah's daughter, the princess, that would have given her a bit of an easier ride. Seemingly, as I often say here on the show, in the world of showbiz, you simply have no friends. None more so when you're talking about book deals, selling book deals, or indeed trying to project your own celebrity onto a different platter. Meghan's finding out the hard way that without the clout of the British monarchy, once again you're just a struggling actress trying to reach for the limelight. And surely that's gotta hurt. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.